Oh, hello. Good morning. Okay, so check it out. This is my I confess, I show, I lecture, one spell, quest, one man show man, Django, 142022. I show alphabet songs, I claim man, I show man word, I show man picture, I show man sound, I claim man, simple. I show man, my man, I ask, do you agree, yes or no? Name, date, mark, thumbprint, done, one man, Django, 142022. Okay, so that was my script that I read, and then I'm going to read that every time I do a show, because there's people out there who watch the show and then they do things like report you to other people because they might not like what you say on the show, right? So because I'm showing man, my man, right? Someone from a certain organization didn't like what I was showing, and they were like, yo, let's just erase that man, right? So that's why I had to write this right here, right? So I had to write down a flow because, so I guess my new game now is that I'm going to use the tools of the web and the internet to show my agreements, right? I want to show my agreements with man, right? So when I see man, I want to present to other man or other woman, right? I keep saying man because I wrap all men and women, all mankind under man, right? So that's why I say that a lot, because I'm speaking of all, right? But anyways, like, I'm going to start just presenting my contract, my agreement. When I seek agreement with man, I'm going to say, here, first I want you to see the word, because you have to see the word, right? Because once you see the word, then you understand we're on the same page, right? So first I want to put it down that we're on the same page, and then we can keep it moving, right? So if we can agree to these words that are written on my document, right, that you agree to these words and you're like, all right, we're cool, we can say that those words we agree on, yes or no, simple. Okay, so now I do that every time I have to interact with man, right? So now before I go off at the handle and get upset about things, right? Because I was a little bit annoyed when they took away my video, because I took me time, because I put that together because it's my memory, right? I put these videos together because they are my memory. This is my memory, so I can remember what I was doing, and then I'm having a conversation with man, right? So I'm having a conversation with man, right? Because I want to put things in man's head so man can see, right? So I want to put images in man's head so man can see what man should look at or look like, or how man should operate, right? That's all I want to do, right? So I'm trying to do that with the internet, because it's just electricity, it's light, it's me, right? So because this is light like me, and then it's bright like me, then this is an extension of me. Right, so now when I see the internet as an extension of me, and then I have people from corporations, companies, and things like that function in this realm, reality, right, try to take away my property, and then I'm like, okay, I don't like that, right? So now I have to put out agreements now, just as if I was like walking on land, right? So if I was walking on land and then I seek to do trade with someone, first I have to say, here, I'm going to present what I have, and this is what I have to offer, right? And then I'll show you my value, and I'll show you my skills, and then I'm like, okay, what do you think? Is that okay? Do you want to work together, right? Do you want to work together, right? So that's why I have these contracts now, so I had to write this one because this is going to be my general agreement that I present to all man, right? So to all man, I'm presenting and I'm declaring my constitution, right? So here we go. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to read from my flow, right? So I'm going to get my clipboard. Okay, so this is one body service agent. This is my bit. This is my offer. This is my value. This is my service. This is my flow. 2, 3 more. There am I. Matthew 18:20. Minister, small master. Church, Lord to swell. Body, one man. Quest, constitution of state. Do no harm. I claim. Right? So here, I'm going to do the claims, right? So check these out. I claim all people are by nature free and independent and have an inalienable right. Among these rights, are enjoying and defending life and liberty, acquiring, possessing, and protecting property, and pursuing and obtaining safety and happiness and privacy. I ask, do you agree? Yes or no? I claim every person may freely speak, write, and publish his or her sentiments on all subjects, being responsible for the abuse of this right. A law may not restrain or abridge a liberty of speech or press. I ask, do you agree? Yes or no? Okay. I claim the state shall not discriminate against or grant preferential treatment to any individual or group on the basis of race, sex, color, ethnicity, or national origin in the operation of public employment, public education, or public contracting. I ask, do you agree? Yes or no? Okay, let's keep it going. I claim non-citizens have the same property rights as citizens. I ask, do you agree? Yes or no? Okay, keep it going. I claim a bill of attainder ex post facto law or law impairing the obligation of contract may not be passed. I ask, do you agree? Yes or no? I claim a person may not be disqualified from entering or pursuing a business profession, vocation, or employment because of sex, race, creed, color, or national or ethnic origin. I ask, do you agree? Yes or no? I claim slavery is prohibited. Involuntary servitude is prohibited except to punish crime. I ask, do you agree? Yes or no? I claim man is creation of God. Man is not creation of state. I ask, do you agree? Yes or no? I claim in commerce, truth is sovereign. I ask, do you agree? Yes or no? I claim affidavit is trust, faithful, written fact. I ask, do you agree? Yes or no? Name, date, mark, thumbprint, done. One man. Okay, so that's what I wrote right here, right? Because I wrote this down because there was a group of people that did harm to me. They took away my property. Again, here, let me show you. All right, so here's my tab flow, right? I did my tab flow because I'm going to show you, I'm going to show Luke, right? I'm going to show trespass. I'm going to show channel content. I'm going to show man. I'm going to show private. I'm going to show history. I'm going to show techno. I'm going to show cause. I'm going to show action. I'm going to show speak. I'm going to show body. I'm going to show violate. I'm going to show California Constitution. I'm going to show deprivation of rights under color of law. I'm going to show positive law codification. I'm going to show trespass. I'm going to show damages. I'm going to show standard of care. I'm going to show contract. I'm going to show HTML basics. I'm going to show blockchain definition, and I'm going to show blockchain trust. Okay, so that's basically going to be the things that I show today, so I can get my memory flow down, because this is going to be my tab. This is going to be my tab documentary, right? This is my tab documentary of what it is when I seek agreement with man, right? So I'm just going out there and I'm just showing, right? But the reason why I'm doing this is because this right here. Check this out. Remember this. Woe unto you lawyers, for ye have taken away the key of knowledge. Ye entered not in yourselves, and them that were entering in ye hindered. Right? Key of knowledge. What is the key of knowledge? The word. Right? Why? Because God is word. Word is God. Right? Remember, God, word, man. God, word, man. That is the key of knowledge. Right? So these entities right here, or these entities who work as these entities right here, hide knowledge. They take knowledge. Lawyers take knowledge. Remember that. Lawyers take knowledge, right? They take knowledge. So now that I know that, this is what I have to do now, right? I have to look for trespass, right? And then the reason why I look for trespass is because of this right here. Right? Trespass is defined by the act of knowingly entering another person's property without permission, right? The reason why I say this right here, because I'm looking at this right here, the trespass, the essential fact elements, because this right here, something went wrong. Here, let's do a refresh, right? refresh. Okay. Alright, so whatever. I can't show that because something went wrong. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Boom. Oh, do I want to be here? Yeah. Okay. I had to flip channels. So now I have to go back to another channel. Here, let me just go here. Oh, let me just close this out. Tab close. Fresh tab open. Who do I want to be? Alec Primus. There we go. Go here. What opens up? Nope, don't want that channel. Okay, because I had to flip to this channel because they booted me out of my other channel, and now I can't get into it. What's going on here? Oh, maybe I have it up on another one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Nope. All right. Oh, here. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Does it do it? Ah. Okay. Whatever. All right, but that's why I took screenshots. So I was going to show you the screenshot so you can see the memory. So you can see the memory of the flow, because when you go to your channel, right, and then you pop into your channel, and then you see, okay, here, let's go. Where's my channel? I want to get into my channel. Manage my channel. My channel. Manage videos. All right. So yeah, so check it out. So I had to come to this one right here, right, because I have multiple channels, because this is my memory, right? So within here, when I post my memory, because these are my memories, right? So I literally put my memories in this video sharing software right here. This video sharing software is called YouTube. So there's people that manage the software for this thing called YouTube, right? So YouTube manages the videos that I want to share that are my memories. My memories are my property, right? So my property, my memories, that's what I'm showing right here, because when you trespass, right, you trespass on property, right? So memories are property. The way that I can record my memories now, and then I can have them for ever and ever and ever, is by uploading them onto the web, right? So the web happens to be, a platform, a public platform for man to put man's words down, right? So that's what it is, right? It is basically a public publishing site, right? So this is where I publish the things, so I publish my mind onto the web, right? So when I have things that are inside my mind, right, and then I want to put them out in the physical, then I put them online, and then someone trespassed, right? So someone trespassed on my man, right? And then this is what my man is. My man, I am me, my man. See, look at that, men to think, right? So the reason why I'm showing this, right, is because I have to show my words, right? I'm not person, right? I am not community. I am nothing of what, here, let me show you. YouTube, check out YouTube community guidelines. I can't even spell. Fingers are cold. Community guidelines. All right, so check this out. So if you go here and then you look at the guidelines and the policies, oh, look at this. This is the YouTube. See the people at the YouTube? Oh, they look so good. Oh my God. Yeah, so here we go. YouTube. Do they have it going? Okay, our progress and impact, whatever, right? Responsibility through the years. Progress on managing harmful content. Harmful. Okay, so this group of people in here seem to believe that man can harm man by publishing man's memories, right? So that's not cool, so that's why I'm making this video right here, so I can remember I am man, men think, right? I am private, right? This is me, I am private. Private is set apart, right? So my mind is set apart. My mind is set apart. So when I see ideas and then I find them and then I mine them from online and then I put them in my own package, right? Because I wrap things into my own package, right? And then once I wrap something into a package, it's no longer someone else's content. It is now my content. It is now my memory. It is now my private property, right? And then if I want to share my property with the world because I want to upload it onto somebody's digital platform, the people on that platform cannot look at my memory and say that, oh, this doesn't meet our community standards. You don't have that authority. I never signed a contract with you to say that you can edit my memory. You cannot edit my memory. My memory is my property. Why? Because it is my history. See, my history. This is what I see. This is what I know. I know that I am man, right? See, I know that I am man. I am man because I think, right? Men think. If you don't think, then you're not man. So here, I want to show this because this is my skill. This is my techno skill, right? So I have the techno skill. What is the skill? What do I need to weave together? I need to weave together the cause, right? So I'm weaving together a cause, right? See, where it says it? It says it right here. Look, I like the source, cause and effect, right? But then where is it? Right here. Whatever. But when you see cause, reason or motive for decision, grounds for action, motive, action, motive, move. What moves me? Right? What moves me? Okay, let's see what the action is, right? To drive, to draw out, forth, move. Okay. So the men and the women of YouTube are causing me to act. They are driving me to move towards them and ask them questions, right? So I have to ask them questions in the form of an agreement, right? So I seek agreement with these people. I seek agreement. I want to know, do they believe that they can administer my property? Do these people believe that they can administer my memory, right? So just because my memory happens to go onto someone's software, right, who just happens to be a video sharing, right? A video is my words, right? These are my words, these are my sounds, these are my images. And just because what I see might happen to be what somebody else created, and then now because what they created now is into my memory, now I cannot share my memory, right? You cannot do that, right? So this is the game we have to play now, right? So I have to play the game of who administers my property. Who says I can't speak, right? YouTube tries to say that I can't speak, right? They try to say that I can't speak because my words cause harm. YouTube says my words cause harm. YouTube says my images cause harm. YouTube says my sounds cause harm. Now I want to know, how does my sound cause harm? I want to know, who is my sound harming? I want to say, hello man, hey, can you tell me who my sound is harming? Please, can you let me know? Like, just show me when I speak or when I show something that comes from electricity, right? When I show something that comes from light, what exactly is my sound harming? What exactly is my image harming? Who am I harming? Can I see this person? Oh, there is no person, because a person is a fiction, okay? Remember that. Person is fiction. Okay, man, right? Those are my puppet talks, because that's how I speak, because this is my body, right? So my body, my life, my body, my life, not your life, right? So my body, my mind, my man, my life, right? You cannot administer any of that. Only me, and God gave me that authority because God is number one in my ship, right? God is number one, man is number two. You cannot administer man's property unless you have a proper contract with man, right? This is what I have to show man now, right? I have to show that, you violate man when you take man's memory away, right? You violate man when you take man's voice away. You violate man, right? You don't know that you're doing that because you cannot read, because these people right here, lawyers, are showing you the wrong key of knowledge, right? I am showing you now the key of knowledge. The key of knowledge is man, right? The key of knowledge is men think, right? The key of knowledge is private, right? The key of knowledge of private is it's set apart. The key of knowledge is, this is the history I want you to see. I want you to know, right? This is the techno. I want you to weave what I show, right? This is my cause, right? Because I have something that's causing me to move. This is what's causing me to act, right? Because somebody tried to take away from my speak, right? So someone took my speak away from me, right? Because they said that they control my body. They control my body. And I'm like, no way, no, you don't, right? And I'm like, I think you violate my body. You violate my body, right? Because you are bound to these rules right here, right? So all people who work under YouTube, all people who work under corporations, all people who work under business, any people who works under government, this is for you. You are bound by contract of state constitution, right? State constitution is business contract covenant, right? Now, who controls business contract covenant? Man, right? Man is the one who wrote the rules to this right here. And then you know why I say that? Is because it says it right here. It says in the Constitution, we the people of the state of California, grateful to Almighty God for our freedom. Repeat, grateful to Almighty God for our freedom in order to secure and perpetuate its blessings. Do establish this Constitution. Okay, that's what we did, right? So man had to do this so business can operate. This is why we did this, and then when business tries to say that they can control my man, right? So business, you do not control my man. I control my man. You do not control what my man sees. I control what my man sees, right? So if you are a platform that just allows me to show my vision, right? You're allowing me to show my vision, and you're allowing me to show my sense, right? So I can show my sense through this platform. And now if you tell me that you want to cut my sense off, that means that you control my property. I don't think you have that authority, right? Because I'm going to show you, once again, deprivation of rights under color of law. I am not a color man. I am just man. No color. I don't have color. I am just man, right? So you cannot call me human. You cannot call me person, right? I am not person. I am not human. I am man, right? Second in command, creation of God. Okay, so let's keep it going. That's who I am. I'm showing you who I am, and you cannot take any of my right away from me because I am man. I give you right to run Department of Justice. Man gives you right to run Department of Justice to make sure business does not harm man. That's what Department of Justice is supposed to do. You make sure business does not harm man. If business harms man because they are acting under the color of law, because business wants to call man a person, or business wants to call man an employee, or business wants to call man anything other than what man is, a man, right? Then you are acting under color of law, and that right there, we got title, 18 U.S. Code Section 242. Whoever under color of any law, statute, ordinance, regulations, or custom willfully subjects any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district to the deprivation of any rights, privileges, or immunities secured or protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 1 year or both, and if bodily injury results from the acts committed in violation of this section, or if such acts include the use, attempted use, or threatened use of a dangerous weapon, explosives, or fire, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years or both, and if death results from the actions committed in violation of this section, or if such acts include kidnapping or any attempt to kidnap, aggravated sexual abuse, or any attempt to commit aggravated sexual abuse, or an attempt to kill, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned for any term of years or for life or both, or may be sentenced to death. Okay, so here's the thing. If business harms my man, because my man is my vessel, right? So if you harm my man under the color of law, right, then you get this, right? Because that's the law, right? So here we go. I'm okay. These are my PCAPs, positive law codification, right? So I always come to the positive law codification is because the government and corporations all operate under Constitution, right? So if you are a corporation, you operate under Constitution. If you are government, you operate under Constitution. So business in government, you operate under Constitution, right? That's just the facts, right? So now we've established the facts, and now we've established that there is this thing called deprivation of rights under the color of law. And if you act under the color of law, which means this right here, what is law in your realm, right? So in creations of man's realm, government, business, they have laws and they're codified. You can read the laws and they're codified because you know what they are, right? But you always come here, a positive law title versus non-positive law titles, right? So I like to read right here. Let me highlight, right? I learned this flow from a man, David Jose, with the highlight. So check it out. A positive law title of the code is itself a federal statute. Okay, let's read that again. A positive law title of the code is itself a federal statute. One more time. A positive law title of the code is itself a federal statute. Okay, so federal statutes are not law, right? They're just statutes. They're just codes written down for the government and the business employees or workers to operate in, right? So statutes are your codes. Statutes are not man's codes. Man's code comes from God. Man's law comes from God, not from statute, right? So if you use a statute, if you use any statute to stop man from being man, you are depriving man's rights under the color of law. It's that simple, right? So they give you an example in here, right? So here's an example. I'll just read it so then it's on this marker right here. A positive law title of the code is itself a federal statute. A non-positive law title of the code is an editorial compilation of federal statutes. For example, Title 10, Armed Forces, is a positive law title because the title itself has been enacted by Congress. For the enacting provisions of Title 10, see first section of the Act of August 10, 1956, Chapter 10, 1041, blah, blah, blah. Okay, by contrast, okay, is like, is not like. By contrast, right? So within their code, they're going to show you something. By contrast, Title 42, the public health and welfare, is a non-positive law title. Repeat, Title 42. The public health and welfare is a non-positive law title. Title 42 is comprised of many individually enacted federal statutes. One more time. Title 42 is comprised of many individually enacted federal statutes, such as the Public Health Service Act and the Social Security Act, that have been editorially compiled and organized into the title, but the title itself has not been enacted. Okay, so what that means is that the non-positive law titles within federal statutes are no law, right? So even within their realm, that is no law, right? So you have a positive law, which becomes a law within the statute realm, right? But then you have a non-positive law title, which becomes no law within their realm, right? So it's a trick. It's a game. It's super simple, right? So if you understand what you are and you know that I am man, hello, hi, right? You know, that's who I am. I'm man, and you cannot put me in this realm right here because I don't operate in your realm. You might see my man walking around like my physical vessel. You might go like this, you know, so you might see that happening, but that doesn't mean you control that. I control that, me, right? So this is why. Because you trespass, right? If you try to treat me as person, if you try to treat me as human, if you try to treat me as employee, right, we will have problem, right? Because I am not any of those things. You do not define my title. My title is man, number 2 in command. God is number 1, man is number 2, right? So now, if you do any of these things, then that means you damage me, right? So when you damage man, you have to remedy, right? And then the way you remedy man is in the form of monetary compensation to the harmed party, right? So check this out. If you deprive my man's rights under the color of law by calling my man something that my man is not, then that means you damage my man, right? You might not believe that because you don't know what my man is, because you haven't been told what man is, because your lawyers might show you something else. Your lawyers might put a different code by what man is. But once man wakes up and man remembers what man is, and man's like, yo, I'm man, bro, leave me alone, okay? And then if you mess with man, and then if you're like, oh, okay, now I see what you're doing now. Now man talks. Now man speaks. Now man shows. I show you who harm man, right? And if you are acting under the color of law because you believe that you have authority to take my memory and edit my memory and say, I don't want to show your memory, right? Because somebody else tries to claim my memory, right? So if you want to claim my memory, come show me, right? Come show me, put it down on paper, right? Put your words on paper. Why? Because I claim affidavit is trust, faithful, written fact, right? So you put your facts down on paper. You show man that you have authority to administer man's property. I know you don't, right? I know you don't. That's why I made this, because I want to show you I know what I know, right? I know what I know, and I use your terms, and I put your terms back in your face because that's what God told me to do. He said, show them the law, right? But I have to remember, I've been operating in a realm where these lawyers have been taking the knowledge away from man. And that's done, because we're done with it. So, now this is my standard of care. This is my tab flow, my tab show, right? I'm walking through the tabs, and then I'm showing you what the words are, so you can see what the words are in the standard of care, right? And then you can just see my flow, right? So when I'm thinking law now, I'm thinking, what's the standard of care? The standard of care is an essential concept in determining whether a person was negligent and potentially liable for a tort. Okay. Were you negligent, right? Do you know that you cannot do what you do? Do you know that you can't take man's property? Do you know that? Do you know that private property is private property, even if the private property is being used on a platform that's called a publisher, right? Because man has the ability to publish anything man sees, right? So if man sees something and man puts it in a package and then he packages up his memory, you can't take it away because that's published. That's speech, right? You cannot take away man's speak, right? So if you take away man's speak, you are negligent. You did not provide a standard of care. Now I know. Now I show. Okay, so here's part of the show too. So I'm winding it down right now because this is what I think that I will do from now on. I will always show my contract. I will always show what my words are, right? I show my words because man needs to see what the words are, because once man sees the word, right? Because if you see the word, right? Like I put the word up, this is my agreement, right? These are my words. Right? Do you agree to my words? I ask, do you agree to my words? Yes or no? And then you put your name, you put your date, you put your mark, and you put your thumbprint. And then we're done. And then now I know, based off of the words on here, is that we are in agreement. We agree to these words, right? And then we're done. Okay, so this is how you use the internet now. So check this out. Look, this is HTML documents, right? Because the way that my brain sees law like this. I see the law like it's in an HTML document, right? And then if you know this, that all of the web pages that we're on, right? Let me see. Yeah, let's see. Inspect. All right, let's go. Let's see. So if you check out the page source, check this out. This is the page source of all internet, right? So all internet is written on the word. Right? In the beginning was the word is God, and God is good. So the internet, look, based off of word. Look at that, word everywhere. Word, right? So the words are based off of the symbols, right? So you put the symbols down. That's how my mind sees things, right? My mind sees things as like a document type. So everything is in doc type, which is why law comes natural for me, because I see things in this form. That's why surgery came natural for me, because I see things in this form. I have an order that I see things, right? I see things from, they have structure. So every time it has structure, and then check this out. So now we take this, right? So you can take an HTML document, and then you can put your words in right here. Right? And then you say, oh, I'm going to try it myself, right? So look at that. So these words, this is how you get something from no thing, right? No thing are the words. The words come from my man's head, right? My man's head puts the words down on a piece of paper, and then that piece of paper can be ran through light, and then it becomes more light, and then people can see the code, right? So check it out. I'll show you how easy it is, right? So I can just type in 111111111111111111111. Okay, now watch this. I'll hit run. Boom. You see that? And like that. No thing, something. Okay, so that's what we can do now, right? So this is what I want to do with all contract. I want to put contract on light, so then that way we can do this right here. I want to put the blockchain. See, check this out. The blockchain. So if we can chain our words, right? I'm chaining my words together through light right now. That's why I use the internet. I use the internet to take my words and then put what it is that I think and what I say, and then I put my words into the light. And then the light can now show other people what it is that this man thinks and this man says, right? So this is why I want to use the blockchain, right? Because the blockchain in itself, see, check this out. What is blockchain? Blockchain is a distributed database that is shared among the nodes of a computer network. Oh, okay. That's what that is. Here, look at the visual. This is what the blockchain is, right? So the blockchain, in my mind, there goes God, Word, Man. God, Word, Man. Okay? See that? God, Word, Man. It's the Trinity, right? You see that? You got God, Word, Man. God, Word, Man. That's how my brain sees blockchain. So this is what I want to do, right? So this is part of the show. So now I have this flow down. I'm done. I'm done. So I never have to present this contract again, the Constitution of State, right? So this is the Constitution of State of do no harm. So now I will present this Constitution of State of do no harm to all business men and women. All corporate men and women now will first get my Constitution of State of do no harm. And then I will show them on paper who I am. And then I will show them my claim. And then I will ask them, do you agree? Yes or no? And then if they don't agree, then I know where we are, right? I know who you are and I know what I am. And if you do not agree to the words that I write on the paper, then we don't have bond. We're not bound to each other, right? And that's just the flow now. So if you don't agree to the Constitution of the state that you operate under, right, then I know that you are not bound to the law. You are acting in an unlawful way. Because who wrote the Constitution? We, the people, right? Who are the people? The people are the men and the women and the children of God. That's who the people are. It's that simple. And now, if any lawyer would like to say anything about what it is that I just showed, because I showed the word and I showed the flow, I showed the law, right? That's what I did. So if there are any professional people out there who call themselves lawyers, so lawyer, could you please lie out your words and show us what it is that we say, and show us if that because of the words that you write under statute, do those bind man, right? If you write words in statute form, does that bind man? I don't think so. But if you believe it does, please show me in form of affidavit. And on that note, I'm done with my flow. I'll see you in the future. No one's having more fun than us. Bye.